Hi, welcome to 2020 Tasty Treats with GourmetQuilter. I'm Susan Clare, GourmetQuilter, and we're just having a lot of fun making some sampler blocks. We're setting the little sampler blocks, so they're just little blocks that we're doing, and we're setting them into pairs. And why wouldn't you? So we're having a pear sampler, and I do quite like pears, I have to say. There's 20 different blocks altogether. I have a picture here of all 20. And we're just working our way through. We're up to block number 9. So there is a pattern available through GourmetQuilter.com, and the pattern comes each day as a download so that you get a block each day for 20 days, and so we're up to day 9. So the pattern is going to look something like this, depending on which block it is and the instructions and everything. It's got all the cutting information for each block, and we're putting the surround on each block as we go, which is the lower half of the pear. So we'll be making the top part of the pear at a later time. And so other than that, I can get going. So some of the blocks that we've been making are quite similar. So we've been doing some little half square triangle units in here, in quite a few of the blocks. And so there's more of those in this block. So I've actually gone ahead and done them rather than go through every little detail every time. I've already gone ahead and made my little half square triangle units and joined them up. So nothing too complicated in this block. It's an interesting little block. I've used slightly different colours here to what I've got in my picture here. So these darker blue triangles are going to stand out a whole lot more than they do in that picture. So it just makes it very interesting when you start changing around colours and things. So we need to, it's a little 9-patch block, so we need to make our 3 little strips of 3 little squares. So I've already made those up. We've got a half square triangle unit between the squares, one either side there and another one between. So these two actually are both the same. We just need to turn it around so it's in the right direction afterwards so that these points will meet. So, and I've pressed the seams so that again the points will meet, so that the seams will nestle where they meet. So all I have to do now is join these 3 up, because we know how to do all this. We're awfully clever now. So I can actually go ahead and do that. And we can press the block, and then we'll be able to put the surround on, and it'll be very happy to sit with all the others. So that's one seam, and then we can just pop the next one on. So as I mentioned, we're nestling those little corners so that they sit nicely where they meet. When we're working with small pieces, it's a good idea just to give a bit of an idea where your 1/4 inch seam allowance is, so that everything does meet, because there's a higher ratio of seam to patch with small pieces. So it does become a little bit more important that things are reasonably accurate on this scale. But these are not too hard to work with, it's really not a problem. So I can go ahead and I can press this now. And I don't think there's a good or a bad way on this because of all these little triangles. We just have to gently encourage it to go where we want it to go. So that's a nice looking little block, I think. So you get that sort of diagonal. If you had a whole series of these, you'd end up with a sort of a chain if you topped and turned them. So now I just need to go ahead and put my surrounds on. So I'll go ahead and do that and show you when I'm nearly done putting the surrounds on. So I've gone ahead and I've put my surround on, and I just need to press this last side down. So I'm pressing it into the to the outside, the seam, towards the outside edge, and I think that's all looking pretty good. So we can put that up on the wall with our others. So we're alternating surrounds with our quilts, slightly darker and slightly lighter. So this was a lighter one. So that was block number 9. We are getting through these blocks at a huge rate. Well, one a day really. So I think that actually looks pretty good. I'm quite pleased with the way things are coming up there. So I will see you again with Pear Sampler block number 10.